What's up, Nail Geeks? I am back with Pahlish's Horizon collection. This is inspired by some of Shannon's favorite sunsets and storm clouds, and we have lots of different types of flaky finishes. So let's dive right into the swatches. First up is Songbird. This is described as a soft orchid purple cream with metallic rose flakes. So each of the polishes in this collection have what I'm going to consider or classify as contrasting flakes against their base colors. So this one's got this pinky sort of rose gold sort of flaky coloration, and then the base color is, I do agree, definitely this orchid leaning sort of purple. It's definitely giving me these almost pastel sort of light purple vibes. And for opacity, I'm going to suggest between 2 and 3 coats. Now, for all the polishes in this collection, I pretty much applied them very similar. They do have quite a bit of a squishy sort of true crelly feel to them. And if you polish lighter or on the thinner side, you're definitely going to need a third coat. But I went in kind of light on the first coat to make a foundation. And then on the second coat, I went in what I consider normal for myself. And next is April Showers. This is a rainy sky blue cream with metallic blue flakes. So again, referring to the opacity for these, this one also is very similar to Songbird in how it has that strong squishy effect. So honestly, looking back, I think I should have probably applied these very thin and went in for 3 coats on them, as these are quite easy to have over buildup on them. So you don't want them to have that sort of appearance. You want them to slowly build up to that nice, what I like, thicker sort of appearance. So I think it's giving you a good representation of what I'm talking about when you see the second coats on these. There's only one exception to this very squishy sort of formula, which we'll see here in just a moment. Now, I really liked how on April Showers, this is so much giving me rainy sort of vibes. We're supposed to have some sort of really bad storms here over the next day or two. I think tonight it might start. I'm not sure, but I digress. So these do dry down kind of flat, so I'm going to suggest a glossy top coat to finish them off. And next is Meadow. This is described as a soft avocado green cream with bright gold metallic flakes. This is definitely giving me some guacamole vibes, if you will. It's definitely, I do agree, an avocado sort of green. It's very much one of those creamy sort of greens, and I think this is one of those shades that's definitely going to play up against your skin tone. So we have this sort of soft, light sort of green, but I do think there is the slightest bit of a almost yellowish sort of undertone with it. On my monitors, this is coming off color accurate, so just in case it gets skewed on different screens, again, definitely going with this avocado vibe. Now, this one has a very strong squishy factor to it, and I do think that I absolutely probably should have went in for 3 thin coats on it, but in terms of dry time, even with the way I applied these, I had no issues with it. So just per usual, at least for me, give it a few minutes between your layers. And next is Skyward. This is a rose pink cream with metallic pink flakes. This is definitely, I feel like I've reviewed quite a few of these baby pink, kind of vibrant sort of pinks. These are one of my favorite shades in this color family, and I just think they're so flattering and very, very pretty, especially if you have warm undertones like myself. So this one has more of a formula in terms of like Songbird or April Showers. Again, Meadow, the green, is definitely going to be on the squishier side for application. And this one definitely, I feel like you could absolutely go with the thinner first coat and then the normal second coat, and it's good to go. Plumps out really nice. And on all across the board, I had no issues with getting flaky payoff on my nails. Per usual, I give my bottles a good shake before applying, and I had no issues getting a nice scatter. Now, I am going to note that, again, I would recommend a good glossy top coat to finish off with these, just to really give it that nice super glossy appearance. And next is Cloudberry. This is a soft clay cream with metallic crimson flakes. So this one, if you are not new to this brand, a lot of times in the past, a lot of the oldies that I've collected from Pahlish, they have this really smooth, creamy feel. And this one definitely feels like that. So less of the curly sort of vibe and definitely leaning more on the true cream sort of feel and how it performs on application. So on this one, I think 2 coats to normal coats is perfect for most. You can see on the second coat, it is self-leveling very well, and it has that really nice buttery sort of creamy feel on application. This one definitely is going to play up with your skin tone too. And I think on myself, being that I have very strong, warm, yellow, kind of golden undertones to my skin, I think it definitely had this more of a neutral, very strong, flirting with being a nude vibe on myself. And next is Silver Springs. This is described as a soft gray cream with metallic silver flakes. So these types of silver flakes are one of my favorites. I've mentioned that in the past. It does give off this nice, somewhat sparkly, but sparkly in the respect that it's got this nice reflective appearance to it. And these are more on the medium size compared to the previous ones that had more of the smaller flake variety, and just really nice. Now the base color, I do agree, is a soft gray, and I would classify it as being more on the warm sort of gray feel. So kind of warm vibes with this one, with the cool tone to silver effect, and really nice contrasting there. Now on this one, I'm going to suggest 2 to 3 coats. Again, for this applies like those first couple I showed you guys. And looking back, I'd probably go in 3 thinner coats on this to slowly build it up. And next is Crystal Vision. This is described as a bright aqua cream with metallic turquoise flakes. I really liked this one a lot. Turquoise, aquas, and blues and all that. This one and of course April Showers are my favorites. I really liked the flaky combos in them, and this is nice and vibrant, but also still quite soft and very much on the milkier side for how that base color comes across. So this one, the flakes really pop very well. I loved how they're not so much contrasting per se, they're in the same color family, but they really pop very well against the overall look here. So again, we have this really curly formula, strong bounce factor with it. And on this one, again, looking back, I'm going to suggest going in for 3 light coats on it, even though across the board, I think I wore all of these at 2 coats. So again, good glossy top coat on my full hand shot here, and just really nice, soft sort of aqua. And finally, we have Gloriana. This is a clear topper with a mix of rose and crimson metallic flakes. This one is really pretty, and the flake size to this one is what I would consider on the smaller side. I decided to go in and use a very neutral sort of base. If you're curious, it's Anchor and Heart's Mermaid Tears. And when I wear flaky toppers like this, I like to apply it like this, which a subby recently dubbed it as the icing method. I like to beat it up near my cuticles and then gently spread it out. I feel like that gives me the best type of coverage, as with a lot of toppers, when you go in normally with them, I just personally feel like it can potentially lead to some dragging, and I think this gives you that most even sort of dense coverage. Now the Horizon collection will launch for pre-order starting April 18th at 7 p.m. Central Time through April 20th at 11:59 p.m. Central Time. These are not limited. They will be restocked after this initial pre-order. All the shades in the collection are 12 each. I will link you guys below to Pahlish's shop if you want to check that out. And I'll also link you guys to the Facebook fan group if you're not in there yet. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.